Snap a 14-game losing streak against New Zealand in Dubai. Can Japan pull off something similar here today? NASA has been such a brilliant leader for Australia, who are littered with stars. Faith Nathan, who has been a star for so long. The two Levi sisters are the ones to watch out for as well. And when you're looking at Japan in a 19th event, Tsutsumi came into this weekend with 30 tries to her name in 19 events, so she can do great things. Kajiki is part of the 2024-25 season's dream team. They have found a brilliant way to play Japan and use their physical talents to the best of their abilities. It's exhausting the way they never let the ball die.
Yeah, I love how Japan play. They're so precise and so patient with the ball in hand. But Australia have never lost a sevens match against Japan. 18 victories in total so far. And I read they've also yet to concede a point versus Japan in Cape Town, winning their only previous meeting 54-0 on the 2024 series. But this Japanese side in front of us is a completely different team. They came third last week in Dubai. As you mentioned, people like Kajiki and Otani, they're such good players. And this is going to be a proper battle in front of us now. Australia won't have this easy.
Dorian Constanti, our debutante referee. I'm sure she's been enjoying her first day on Cape Town Sevens duty. Fascinating match that lies in wait. Can Japan find a foothold against the mighty Australians? We are up and away, courtesy of Tegan Levi. Directly into touch. A little bit of contention there between the players. Not the first errant kickoff we've seen today.
No, the players are struggling with the kickoff here, and it might be something to do with the wind you told me not to mention in Cape Town. But it's tough out there, and Japan are fighting to stay in the tournament this weekend. They need to win and to not let Australia get a bonus point in the win.
So the tap comes from Hirano. Good opportunity for Japan to get the first possession of the match. Uchida.
Offside.
Penalty Japan. Not a bad start.
Offside.
So Japan are getting a great platform here to start their attack in this game. A right-hand scrum just inside the Australian half. They've only trailed Australia by 5 points at halftime in Dubai. So this is a much tighter match than we're used to in previous series. Japan are a really good team, and they're going to give it to Australia here.
Quickly out the back of the scrum, and tidily perhaps for Hirano, who tidies it up well and manages to stay in field, crucially so. And now Japan have the whole of the Cape Town Stadium field to work with, and this is what they love to do. Stretch defenses from edge to edge, get those players tired. But on the other hand, when they are confronted with some serious power players, they are going to struggle to get their bodies to ground. Another penalty, Japan.
Hands on the ground.
Isabel Nasser there, co-captain in this Australian team, just giving away a few penalties. That's 2 penalties conceded now. We can look at the Japanese head coach, Yuka Kanematsu, designing some plays to try and break down the Australian defence.
She is a real mastermind.
Set.
She has turned around the fortunes of this Japanese sevens program to great aplomb, and now having pinned down those 3 forwards in the scrum, Japan looked for a strike move, could not pull it off. Kajiki gets the ball away, and once again they have a lot of field to work with, but the mistake comes, and that could be a costly one. Davis picks up on the error. This time it's a penalty to Australia. The tap and go comes from Mackenzie Davis. And there may be danger here. There is danger here because it's Faith Nathan. And you would trust no one more with the outside gap. She is lightning quick.
You can't give Faye Nathan any space on this rugby pitch because she will take every inch of it. She's scoring tries for fun this weekend. Such a great athlete. And you usually find her on the wide attack for Australia because she has such speed to finish it off. And that's how quick you can change in a game of sevens. Japan were all over the the ball. They had all the possession. One quick mistake and Australia punished them and go all the way down the other end of the pitch. There's the mascot right there on screen.
Carried with them everywhere they go, these Australian sides. Flatter kickoff this time, trying to catch Japan sleeping, but hard to do that. Sharp reactions from Japan, and the Sakura Sevens will start from their 22 and look to strike again. Controlled position and possession during that first period of the match to just give Australia a sniff, and they strike straight away. So what can Japan do now? Trying to work the edge was Kajiki, hitting the switch play and inside, approaching that halfway line, fighting to get this one free, but Yazaki's under huge pressure and she chokes up the penalty. And now Australia will look to strike right away once again, just as they did last time. Faith Nathan being sought, this time not able to work with that outside gap. Cleared away by Davis. And now they might just unleash some of their superstars, and none of the superstars shine more brightly than Maddie Levi, who'll be waiting out there on the wing, and here she is. Levi hangs out the palm, and you can see why. She scored a third of Australia's tries last season. Superstar Maddie Levi.
Maddie Levi doing her job. She makes it look so easy. A handoff straight to the face. Oh, Yazaki's not going to want to see that one back. But Maddie Levi, she stands nearly 6 foot tall. She has a wide reach. So not only is she flying across the pitch, she can also push you out away from her. And the only way to get her down is going low, but she makes it very hard to get there. Great try.
They've got class and they've got depth. They are top of Pool B. There are the live standings. Japan seeing their chances slip away. They've got to get a victory here in this final match of Pool B to stay in contention for the semi-final places. Now that was a pretty much perfect kickoff. Putting the pressure on, getting a line out. That's exactly how you draw it up.
Yes, that's exactly what you want off the kickoff. The restarts are vital in the game of sevens. It's nearly seen as another set piece, a chance to get the ball back if you can put the ball on a dime.
No contest at the line out, so no need to call that as not being straight, if it possibly was. Well taken by Maddie Levi. And now Australia with ball in hand again. They have proven themselves to be lethal with even half a chance, and they've sliced Japan open again. It may be a killer blow coming in from Carly Henwood. Nominee for Rookie of the Year last season. Highly talented individual.
Henwood back in the Australian squad this weekend. Did you see that? She took the ball in both hands, shimmied, kept the space, and then exploited it once it opened. Really good quality attack there. Solo effort once she got the ball in the middle of the pitch. Using her evasive skills brilliantly.
Well, after keeping the match under such tight control, Japan have let it slip through their fingers somewhat here in the first half, and they now trail by 17 points. Can they get their hands on the ball here and find a way to strike back?
Knock on.
The answer is no.
Half time.
The halftime whistle comes from Dorian and Constanti, and Australia can be happy with their efforts as they have been all day. They lead at halftime by 17 points to 0 over Japan. Now we have the chance to speak to a hat-trick hero who was shining just a few moments ago. It's Lou Noel.
Well, Lou, you're into the Cup semi-finals. C'est magnifique, huh?
Yeah, thank you. It's very well. We are very happy.
You're playing a lot better this week, more consistently than last week too.
Yeah, obviously it was a bad result last week, but we wanted to do better because we have a good group and we train so well, so we're happy with the semi tomorrow.
And who do you want to play in the Cup semi-final, USA or Fiji?
Both are really good teams. We don't have a choice, so we will play whoever it is. It's the same game.
Bon chance.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Gee whiz, Greg. How good was Lou Noel in that last match?
Oh, she's completely taken her team and brought them through to this Cape Town tournament. They were very quiet in Dubai last week, but you need people like Lou Noel to step up, and she did. She got a hat-trick in that game, which is a very difficult thing to do in a game of sevens. There's serious vibes in the stand right now. It's getting going as we approach the end of day one. The Blitzpocket will be out again later today, and the fans have stuck around, which is great to see.
Yeah, this is around the kind of time it gets a little bit hairy in the stands if you're enjoying your party stand per se. But it's all in good fun, and there's going to be a party going on all around the stadium today, and especially so tomorrow when we wrap things up with the big matches. Japan get us back underway. They're under the pump in a big way now. They need to be pretty much perfect to overcome the 17-point deficit against Australia. Almost cutting the line wide open there. Good tackle effort in the end, with Australia retained possession, and Nasser throws the dummy. She keeps her hands free, looking for that offload, and she finds the danger woman, Maddie Levi. Another handoff, another try. She is irrepressible.
Maddie Levi getting another try, but it's all created by her team. She just has to finish off beating one defender, which she seems to be able to do with such ease. But Isabella Nasser, the captain, did the dirty work, held the ball up nice and patient, and got the ball out to her finisher in Maddie Levi.
Carly Henwood puts another 2 on the board. Oh, look at that list right there. Maddie Levi is creeping up on some legendary players. Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe and Michaela Brake, who has taken a break from the game for personal reasons and very well may be back soon, going head-to-head in a race with Maddie Levi. That will be fascinating.
Yeah, Michaela Brake, we miss her this season, but she will be back. I'm sure she's watching on her record. Maddie Levi is going to chase her down. It's going to be a great battle over the next couple of seasons.
Underway again. Australia have such a distinct advantage from these restarts, hanging them high and getting Maddie Levi up there to try to tap them back. Those are those Aussie rule skills.
Yeah, for sure. Well, she stands at 6 foot tall, but she also has an amazing leap as such an athletic person. So if you can put the ball in the right area for her, she's going to launch herself up, and at worst probably cause just a bit of a mess for the opposing team, and that's obviously happening here for Japan. As we saw last week in Dubai, they got their first podium, finishing 3rd, but they're finding it hard this weekend in Cape Town.
It's all about progress as we build towards those World Championship events, 3 of them coming in 2026. So Japan have another chance, but the error comes.
Second Australia. Scrum Australia.
There's still a lot of time left in this game, just under 5 minutes. Japan are good enough to turn it around. They just need to calm it, get together, get some phases, which is what we know Japan can do. They're really good at stringing phases together, holding on to it. So that's what they need to trust right now. But first of all, they got to get the ball back off Australia.
Set.
Devastating in Dubai all the way up until that final when New Zealand comprehensively dealt with the Australian threat. They'll be looking to go one better here in Cape Town. Maddie Levi, the destructive force of the Australian number 12. An infringement from Japan, so the tap and go comes from Australia, and throwing out the dummy is Maddie Ashby. Great to see her back on the series after that long-term injury, over 500 days out of the game.
Not straight.
Penalty Japan, no time to waste. The tap and go is the call. They haven't managed to stretch the Australian defence as they stretch so many others with that incessant pace to their play. In fact, they've been handing over possession at an increasing rate through this match, and jumping through the tackle is Heidi Dennis. She scored an explosive try in the final in Dubai, and she's back doing her thing.
Heidi Dennis destroying the Japanese defense right now. Look at this. The simplest way to do it is straightforward, and that's what she does. Powers her legs through. Way too strong to stop. And is seeing out this game for Australia.
Well, they don't just have talent, they have depth, and that is one of the difference makers with the rest of the pack, which it could be called after New Zealand and Australia. Even when they make rotations, even when they blood those new players and bring in 19-year-olds and 21-year-olds, they seem to just pick up where the last player left off. Oh my goodness, what a take that is from the kickoff from Duff, arriving at the perfect moment, cleared away by Tarita, and here is Dennis again. Dennis, she contorts her body oh so well and keeps her hands free to make the pass, gets it away to Ruby Nicholas, who goes around the defense, and it's yet another try for Australia. They are routing Japan now.
As you touched on there a minute ago, Paul, it's the Australian bench that are doing the damage now in this second half. They have such depth. And we see Ruby Nicholas getting a try, her first of the weekend, but she always performs coming off the bench. There's no let up from this Australian squad. They all want their minutes, they all want to perform, they all want to be starting. 36-0 is seriously impressive against this Japanese team. And there's still a couple of minutes to play.
Well, it's moving. It's alive. So we are back underway. 90 seconds to play here in the final match of Pool B on the women's side of the draw. The Hsbc Svns in Cape Town. And Australia are feeling themselves right now. It's been a wonderful day one, and they'll be looking forward to much of the same on the second day. Ashby gets her grubber through, just had some bodies in front of her, so could not chase her own kick down. Tackle made by Duff, and Japan have a chance to make an imprint on this match, which it looked like they had a good chance of doing in the first half of the first half when they were controlling the pace of the game. But since then it's been all Australia now working the ball right to left, as is their want. Akita brought down, penalty, Japan, the tap and go, and surely Dennis may see a harsher punishment. Yep, cynical.
Oh, that's very silly out of Dennis. There was absolutely no need for her to do that. She's having a great game off the bench here, and she's going to have 2 more minutes sitting down. She should have just stayed calm, reset, because Japan are putting on the pressure, but they have a significantly 36-0 Australia. They just need to go through their processes here and make sure they all get home and get ready for tomorrow. The yellow card for Heidi Dennis was completely unnecessary. But we can see here the Pool B standings. Australia are just so far out in front with 84 points difference, and the other 3 teams battling it out.
Mind! Set!
So Japan, with one last chance, we're heading for the final 10 seconds of the half, just missing out that pass. And so Japan having to track back and pick up the pieces through Akita. But once again, they're going to move this ball from right to left. They have an extra player on the field as well. That's wonderful. The use of the feet to get around the defender from Kajiki. All the same, Australia able to scramble. 1 woman down. Now, not much blind side to work with, and a good tackle made by Tarita. Good offload from Japan. They're going straight up the centre now. Australia wrap them up in defence. Knocking on the door are Japan. They have a penalty advantage as well. They won't need it. Launching herself over the line is Mayu Yoshino.
It's obviously too little too late, but that's great work from Yoshino and Japan. And the best thing about this is they're going to leave day one with a better taste in their mouth. They were able to break down Australia. They were able to get over the line. And it will just be a little bit better analysing their day tomorrow, seeing something like that, working together and getting over the whitewash.
Every team has different goals, of course, and Japan will be looking to repeat the dose and get as high as they can on the standings. There's your final score. Australia win 36 points to 5 over Japan to close out Pool B. So we have a chance to speak to Carly Henwood, who scored a try and got 9 points in this match.